Welcome back. Well, just after the horrific murder of Shraddha came to light, a similar incident has taken place in Bangladesh. As per reports, a woman named Kavita was allegedly beheaded by her married lover in Bangladesh's Khulna on the 7th of November. Now, her jolted lover was later arrested by the Rapid Action Force. A preliminary probe has revealed that both of them had conflicts when Kavita learned about his marital status. The man in question here, Abu Bakar, allegedly chopped Kavita's body into 3 pieces. The man reportedly wrapped the head, hands and other body parts in a polythene bag and threw them into the drain. Let me quickly go across to Rishabh joining us live with more details. Rishabh, just when the entire nation is trying to wrap its head around the Shraddha murder case comes to light, the murder of Kavita from Bangladesh, what do we know about the accused so far and how is law catching up against him?
So what we know right now is that Kavita Rani is a Hindu girl from Khulna district of Bangladesh, and there was an affair between Kavita Rani and one called Abu Bakar Siddiqui, and on 7th of this month, 7th November, Kavita found out that Abu Bakar Siddiqui is already married and has been cheating on her. When she confronted Abu Bakar Siddiqui, there was an argument between the two, and Abu Bakar Siddiqui, during that argument, killed Kavita Rani. This is not the first such case coming in from Bangladesh. Minorities have always been under attack in countries like Bangladesh or Pakistan or Afghanistan. This is yet another case coming in from Bangladesh. The Rapid Action Battalion, the RAB of Khulna Police, Metropolitan Police, have taken into custody the accused Abu Bakar Siddiqui, but as of now, no further details have come in. What we know as far is that Abu Bakar Siddiqui, after killing Kavita, chopped both her hands and beheaded her. The body was chopped into 3 different pieces and was disposed in a plastic. Few people from Kavita's community, the Hindu minority community, witnessed this, noticed this and informed the police. The Rapid Action Battalion of Khulna Police arrested Abu Bakar Siddiqui only yesterday. So this is what we know right now. Further investigation reports are still awaited.
Okay, thank you for that, Rishabh. We'll keep coming back to you. Let me for the moment go across to Vikas Saraswat, who's a columnist in Swarajya, joining us on this broadcast. Mr. Vikas Saraswat, how do you view this? You know, a similar incident having taken place in Bangladesh. The victim here, Kavita, chopped into as many as 3 pieces, some of the body parts conveniently wrapped in a polythene bag and thrown away in the drain.
I think we have seen one more case there in UK. I am not very sure whether it is a contemporary case or an old one, but I saw the details on Twitter today that there was a similar case in UK today. So you see a phenomena here, actually. And what is happening here is actually amongst a group of people, the belief is that the non-believer women have no value, they have no sanctity of life, no dignity of life. And that is why they are behaving in this manner. Actually, for a long time now, we have been living in denial. Just yesterday, I was seeing a senior ranking police officer on national television openly saying that this kind of, these kind of acts are actually supported by a full ecosystem, which is a religious ecosystem. These boys are provided all the wherewithal, all the logistics to go after women who are not Muslim. And many of the women actually face consequences because they are weaned away, they are taken away from the families. So many of these girls, even Shraddha, they had actually broken all the relations from their families. They have nowhere to go. Whatever the boy does also does not
do you, in that sense, are you trying to suggest that these men, the accused in this very case, they try and lure the girl, they set a premise wherein she's forced to break ties with her family, wherein she's left in an isolated spot, and thereafter they go for the kill?
There is a pattern to it. There is a pattern to it. If we are not seeing it, there are probably now hundreds, if not thousands. No, there are hundreds of such cases. The problem is that only very few media houses, I thank Times Now for taking up these cases on a regular basis, but most of the media ignores them. They are not ready to see the bigotry, the communal nature of the targeting of the Hindu women, which goes by Love Jihad. The very mention of the word Love Jihad actually, triggers a lot of people. They want to deny that there is any such phenomena. And these young girls, when they see the left liberal elite, left liberal chatrati, they think, these are the people whom we have to look up to.
Okay.
So these girls, for them, all this kind of thing, telling that some boy with a religious inclination can behave in such a manner, they simply don't behave like that. They don't believe it actually. And whenever there is a hue and cry, everything is labeled as communal. That is a problem.
Okay, but you are suspecting a religious angle beneath it all. Let me go across to Mr. Sriram Shesadari joining us. He's a political analyst. Let me take in a word from him and then you can come in, Mr. Vikas. Mr. Sriram, would you agree to what Mr. Vikas is saying? He says that, it is all nicely planned out. A premise is set wherein the woman who is perhaps from a non-Muslim background is lured by the man in question here, the accused in this very case. Remember, we're talking about Kavita's case in comparison to, of course, the Shraddha murder case. And upon the right opportunities, when they go for the kill, they make sure that, they lose out on touch with their family. They're not in contact with their friends. They set a premise and then they go ahead with the gruesome act.
Absolutely. This is a dangerous trend across the country. And this is a real concern. We must have to look into this a little more closer than what it appears to be. In fact, we have a similar kind of a situation in Tamil Nadu. One of the TV serial artist who is currently admitted in the hospital. She was a Hindu, and this lady was in love with a co-star who was a Muslim for 5 years. The guy did not insist on her to convert to Islam, and later on, after the 5th year before marriage, he is insisting her to convert to Islam. And today she is not in the relationship anymore. Now, if people talk about secularism, they give so much of gyan to us, especially to Hindus, or to so-called, they talk about, saffron and all that. Why are these guys insisting on conversion? If they are so secular, why can't the partner be in the religion that he or she was already by birth? So there is a definite angle to it. One has to be very, very clear, and we need to probe in very closely on this. I fully agree with what the gentleman did say.
Okay, Mr. Vikas, you can perhaps come in on this because, there is a whole ecosystem that, for example, in the Shraddha case, the BJP is saying the whole ecosystem that goes on talking about, for example, the case of Akhlaq, but they're completely silent about Shraddha's murder. So do you think that this kind of a conspiracy today stands completely exposed and must be called out equally?
Yeah, surely. And you see the kind of people who will now come up with alibis and who will try to prevaricate the things, saying no, they will rake up some 20-30-year-old cases also, say like that Sushil Sharma case and all. If you have to go up to that extent, take up cases which are, say, probably a generation old cases, to equate them with cases which are happening with unfailing regularity.
Okay, so there's much more to what meets the eye, and it gets substantiated in cases such as Shraddha's and Kavita's. Gentlemen, I'm going to have to leave it at that, running out of time. Thank you for speaking to us on Times Now. In the